All right, this is the Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. I'm up here in the Santa Monica Mountains. I was cruising back from town after getting my motorcycle license, and I decided I would come up to one of my favorite spaceship control panels, which is this rock up here on the Santa Monica Mountains. I have favorite rocks all over these mountains and all over North America where I can sit and control the spaceship if I look at it just right. So anyway, this rock's kind of special because it has a magic seat, right? You can fully sit in it and like lock in. So I'm locked in, and the reason I was gonna do this video was for all of the PHISH fans out there. I know there are a bunch of you all of a sudden, and I thought I would honor you by telling the story of my very first PHISH show, and this spot I'm sitting in has something to do with it. So it was 1993 is the first time I heard of PHISH. My friend Matt Cragen, who I was going to college with in Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff, asked me to go to a show in Tucson. I passed him up on that show because I didn't know what was going on. And Matt was from Minnesota, and he was in the know in 1993. And the next time a PHISH show came around was spring break 1994. And I came back out here, took the train from Flagstaff and came and visited home. I used to live like right down there on the other side of all those houses. And I came back with my girlfriend at the time, Erica, and I got a call from some of my friends saying they were all heading out from Flagstaff to go see PHISH and that I should show up, but they had tickets for us. And I said, of course. So where PHISH was playing was pretty interesting because at that time they were super small scale on the West Coast, and they were playing at Redlands College or University out in San Bernardino County. Redlands is like 2 hours from here, like completely as far east of this from here as you can go crossing the city in San Bernardino County. So I showed up at this show with my girlfriend, and what was going on was it was in this little Greek amphitheater on campus, and they were allowing all the students of the school to go to the show for free. And it was a mostly Asian crowd, and I show up at the show, and we did whatever we were doing, and we go into the show, and PHISH starts playing, dude, and it's on from the get-go. 1993 Redlands. Super smoking show. I don't remember a whole lot of it, but I do remember when my mind got blown away was they were doing like Runaway Jim and Run Like an Antelope, I think, to end the first set. And I remember both those songs just blowing my mind apart and tripping me out in just the best way ever, man, because it wasn't like standard like rock and roll, and it wasn't like hippie music. It was sort of this like rockin' bluegrass country. I mean, Runaway Jim, dude. Run Like an Antelope. Run Like an Antelope's the one that blew my circuits apart for sure. And then I remember half the crowd split at scent break, and there was nobody there for the second half of the show except for like people who dug PHISH or were into the show. And the show was so smoking. I remember they had the trampoline stuff going on. I don't even remember what songs they played. I probably should have looked at a set list before I started this video. But either way, they just all blew my mind. And it was so radical that in the middle of the show, there was an earthquake that was fairly sizable But nobody in the audience felt it because we were partying so hard and dancing so hard and just doing what you do at a fish show so hard. And I remember Trey saying something about it like, yeah, there was just an earthquake. It was pretty epic and everyone went crazy. So after the show, I had all these friends who I was going to college with. I remember Rich Trishon was one of them, Matt Cragen, Erica was with me, and there must have been a couple others. We drive all the way across from way over there, the other side of the city, like 2 hours to get back here. And I brought my friends here, man, and we camped out up on this spot, man. But we got here in the middle of the night, and all these kids were from the East Coast, and this is where they got to wake up the morning after the Redlands Fish Show. And I remember it being a super rad morning, and I remember that show changed my life, man, because I was hooked to fish right off the bat from there on out. Like, I was in, dude, 100%. And what was super cool about it was that fish hadn't gained traction on the West Coast yet, so there was still like a solid 2 years left of like super small venues, and I was in there on all that stuff up in the Pacific Northwest and the Warfield Theater in San Francisco, and just all sorts of Autzum Stadium in Eugene, Oregon was my second show. No, not Autzum Stadium, the Holt Center in downtown Eugene. Super small bitchin' venue. But anyway, the point being was after that show, I became really good friends with all these people from like the East Coast who were fish fans, and a big contingent of my boys and girls in Ohio. The heart of it all. I love you guys, man. You were the best part of the fish thing, was the friends I made from those years, and we're still tight friends. I mean, what's that? 18 years later, it's super cool, man. And fish did a lot for my life, and it's done a lot for my life, man. If I really think about it, and that period of my life was truly just freedom and high frequency and no holds bar rock and roll, man. And I just wanted to honor you fish fans who have kind of dialed into the Illusion Show with kind of breaking it in what was going on with my first ever fish show. Redlands, California, 1993. I'm pretty sure about all that. I'm just going from memory, and memory's a little bit shot. And yeah, I'm here telling the story from one of my favorite rocks in the Santa Monica Mountains. So I hope you guys are all having a nice day, and thank you for checking my scene out, man. I'm super stoked on it, man. Super stoked on your guys' scene, and have a beautiful day.